Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? I just realized look at my hair. I forgot my hat, and then I was like, I don't really care because I'm just sitting in this car anyway. And I've just been sitting around the house all day, and I just got up from my nap not too long ago, so I was like, screw it. I don't really care. Oh, I found my, where did I find it the other day? I think it's in between my seat. I found that gold lip balm the other day. Oh well, we won't worry about that right now. How are you guys doing today? It was really nice all day today. It says it's 64. I know it's not 64 right now. Although I do think it's supposed to be like 74 tomorrow or something. It says it didn't just turn to 63. But I think it says it's 57 outside. It's still really nice outside. It's just not super warm. Look at all these Darlene, Jolene, Joes are dancing all over the place tonight. All my stray hairs. Okay, you guys, most exciting though, can we talk about this? Are you ready for the fountain pop moment? My new glasses came today from Amazon. This is my glass, clean, washed. I'm so excited. Can you see it? This is one of them. Isn't that so pretty? I'm so excited. Alex goes, do you think that we can throw some of these other plastic cups out now that these came? I was like, no, I'm still gonna use those. Are you kidding me? Final words of a hoarder. I'm gonna use those. But I will though, seriously. Let me put my lip balm on. I got 3 boxes in the mail today of, well, they all came in like one big box. But I got 2 of these. And then I got 4 that are like, I don't really love them, I have to say. I picked the wrong color for them. I should have picked blue. I knew I should have picked blue. But they're like this reddish color. And then I got a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I actually used that for my coffee today, and I used the orange one. It's like 8, and there's like 2 of each color. And I think it's like orange, red, like a yellowish, and like a blue. So anyway, but I'm excited that I have some new plastic cups to use, and at least I know how to order them now. I bought them on Amazon, so you can go check them out on Amazon too if you'd like. But these are like my new favorites. I wanted like a variation, but I really should have just, they weren't really that expensive. Like 2 of these were like 14 bucks, and these are like really nice, do you see? I should have just purchased all of these, kind of. But then, I mean, how many do you need, really? You know what I mean? So I was like, well, I kind of want a variation. So anyway, Peter, how was your day today? My day was good. I had a good day today. Yesterday was tough. Talked about that in the vlog yesterday. Today was good. Today was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We went shopping on Friday. Today was day 3 of not going anywhere, not seeing anybody else, and I felt fine all day today. Alex has been on the phone for the last part of the evening. He had like a FaceTime call that he did with like a friend of his that he used to work with, starting at 7:30. It's 1:30 in the morning. He's been on the phone ever since. So he talked to her for like 2 hours, and then he like sat on the patio, and they like FaceTimed, and he had like a couple glasses of wine, and then he did like one with his family, and I went out for part of that and talked to like Fufu and Carlos and Liliana and the kids, and Alex's mom was on there. And it was funny because she had like changed her background. I don't know if I think they're using Zoom where you can like change your background or something maybe. And like his mom's was like this like real elegant house, like, you know, an Architectural Digest or something, like that was her background. Her head was just kind of floating in it, and Alex goes, look at mom's new house. It was real funny. So anyway, people do that on the online meetings too all the time. They always like try to put the most hilarious background. If you don't know what I'm talking about, on Zoom you can do like a green screen background, and they have all different kinds. They have like the White House, and they have like a beach, and they have like probably, I don't know, like skylines like New York and Paris and whatever. I can't remember what the other ones are. But anyway, Fufu had one too. His was like, I think his was like a beach or something. So anyway, he did that, and then like halfway through that I like laid down because I was like, I'm tired. And I ate while he was talking to his friend on the phone, because I worked on videos the better part of the late afternoon, early evening, and then I got up late today, so I did not call about the leak. And honestly, I was going to call tomorrow, and then I was like, okay, I think Wednesday or Thursday is probably a better day. So I'm going to call, I think I'm going to call tomorrow and see if I can schedule for them to come out. And just today, like, time got away from me. So I'm going to call tomorrow and see if they can come out Wednesday or Thursday. Because at least by Friday, then they should be able to fix it, I would think. So anyway, but Alex took a shower today. I'm going to take a shower when I get done with this. He took a shower, and he took like a 15-minute shower, and it didn't, like, the leak didn't, like, I looked at it. It wasn't any worse right now than it was before. So, I don't know. But it may be something that just, like, you know, it takes a little bit at a time, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. So that's where we're at right now. I'm hoping that since I'm saying this out loud, it's not going to get any worse, you know what I mean? Cheers! But for right now, it looked like it was like, it didn't look like it was getting bigger necessarily, but there were like 2 small little bubbles that weren't there before, but that was before he took a shower, I think. So, we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to call tomorrow and then see if they'll come out like Wednesday or Thursday. And, so Alex got up today. He got up we both got up at like 1-ish today. And then he was going downstairs because he wanted to do this yoga thing, because the nightclub space in Miami is doing like this yoga thing, I think, like once or twice a week or every day. I don't know when they're doing it. But anyway, he did it today. I had found that I had this like yoga mat that I purchased a long time ago because I was going to do yoga. That never happened. So when I cleaned out the garage, that was one of the things that I found. And so he did this yoga class outside, and I slept in with the dogs a little bit longer. It was really nice. Today was so beautiful outside. I mean, it wasn't like sunny really or anything. It was cloudy all day today. But it was so warm, and we had all the windows open in the whole house, and it just was like, and it was a little breezy, so it was really nice outside. I stood outside and talked to my neighbor just a little bit across the lawn, and then I talked to my neighbors across the street. They were sitting outside in their chairs. They're real nice. They're just like recently retired, so they're not like, they're younger. And they went the same day that Alex and I did to the grocery store, and they bought enough food for the next month. And I said, yeah, that's what we're doing too. I said, we have nowhere to go now, you know, so we're just like in for the long haul. Although, I'm almost out of chips and dip. Well, I'm not out of dip, but I'm almost out of chips. But whatever. I guess I can just get away with not having any chips. Maybe if somebody that I know goes to the grocery store, they can get some for me around here or something. But the governor changed the governor of Indiana changed the stay-at-home thing today. I had it pulled up. Do I still have it pulled up? Yeah, here it is. Because I was going to send it to Alex. Indiana governor issues new stay-at-home order. So this was at 6:15 p.m. tonight. And it says in here, Governor Eric J. Holcomb today issued a new 2-week stay-at-home order designed to limit interactions among Hoosiers. And he said in here, Hoosiers have done a great job adapting to the new rules put in place during Hoosiers, or what we call it, like in Indiana, that's like Indiana Hoosiers, during this public health emergency. But I believe the next 2 weeks to a month could be the most critical for all of us. So I'm asking you to take even more precautions. Only make in-person purchases when absolutely necessary. That does not include chips and dip. And use other delivery and pickup options when available. Limit who is traveling with you and entering stores. And he goes in here, and he did kind of change some of the things. So, while the stay-at-home order chiefly continues as is, modifications and restrictions have been made to limit interactions among people. Here are some highlights. And so he changed it to retail businesses that provide necessities of life. Okay, they can remain open. But then it says all other retail businesses may remain open if they restrict sales to online or call-in ordering with delivery or curbside pickup. So I don't know if that allows like like Saks Fifth Avenue, I can't imagine like why they would even, but you know. So I guess that does allow for some businesses. I don't know if that was the case already or not. And then it goes on here and it explains other things. Hoosiers are reminded that all public and private gatherings of any kind that include more than 10 people are prohibited. And then it goes on and on and on. So, yeah. So we're inside for another 2 weeks, but I knew we would be anyway. I actually thought we were inside for another month, and I'm sure in 2 weeks they'll change it to another month, which is fine, but, I mean, I don't have plans on going anywhere anyway. I mean, like, even tomorrow, like, I don't know who I was talking to about this. I think Valerie and I were talking about this, about the casino. Like, she asked me, like, a couple days ago, she was like, or she said, like, even if the casino opened tomorrow, I wouldn't go. And I said, oh, no, I wouldn't either. I mean, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the casino, okay? But, like, all the people touching the machines and everything, no, there's no way. And, so, yeah. I've been having really weird dreams lately. Like, I've talked about that on here, but, like, I feel like every one of my dreams is some kind of, like, catastrophe or I'm like on the run dream. And I wonder if it's not like, you know, I'm a believer that your subconscious is a lot of like, your dreams are your subconscious working overtime. And it's weird, like all these dreams I had. Like this one dream that I had tonight, well, I think it was because I was talking to Melissa about canceling our trip to Vegas, which is in May. So we're not going to do that anymore. So we're canceling that trip. But I was talking to her about that. Well, I had a dream that we were at the airport in Las Vegas, and I was with, but we weren't with Melissa and Jason in my dream. We were with Carlos and Liliana and the kids. And my suitcases and my backpack were like sitting out. Alex and I were like changing to like get on the plane. He had changed into shorts, and like my bags were just like sitting like 10 feet away from them, and someone came and like stole my bags, and it was like this huge thing. And then all of a sudden like these sirens started going off at the airport, and I was like, I didn't know like where we were supposed to go. And then I had another dream that I was like, I woke up and I was like somewhere I keep on having these dreams where I wake up in my dream. Remember I talked about this, and I was like at that gas station. I keep on having these dreams where I wake up and I'm like out in the middle of nowhere and I don't know where I'm at. And I have to like take all these like, well, this one dream, I was like, this one part of my dream tonight that I had, I was like at my dad's house, and I was like I woke up and I was like the only one out there, and they hadn't been there in like years. And like the house was like abandoned and stuff. It was real weird. And then another part of my dream was, and I kept on like waking up and like going back to sleep too, waking up and falling back. Like I would wake up and I could hear Alex outside talking, and then I would fall back asleep. And then the last part of my dream, like right before I woke up, I was like trying to get home, and it was to my home at like my mom's house that I grew up in. And I knew that we weren't supposed to be out like on the roads. And I was like taking all of these side streets and stuff. Okay, the other thing that this could be too is that I'm on the 7th episode of, I watched it while I was, I watched most of it tonight while I was eating dinner of Handmaid's Tale. I'm at the part where she and Luke are getting out of the city and they explain all of that, you know, which it goes into a lot more depth than the book did. So I like that part of it. And the series is getting better. But yeah, I've just been having really, really weird dreams. And like Boo was laying on Alex's pillow, so I was like on my back but like turned over towards him, and I woke up in my lower back because I was like turned while I was sleeping. I don't know why. I just like turned to like kind of look at him while I was falling asleep. I always put my head like right on the pillow, and like his head is like right here. It's real sweet. And I just completely like crashed out sideways as well. And I woke up like one time, my like lower back was like really, really sore. So anyway, that was kind of my exciting day. Really not so exciting. I started that Educated book. I'm having a hard time getting into it. And I'm hoping that, like, whenever I say that on here, whenever I say, like, I'm having a really hard time getting into this book, like, I'm worried right now. This is just how my life works. I'm like, okay, since I said something about the leak in this video, I'm hoping that I don't walk in there and, like, the whole ceiling has fallen. So let's all, like, pray that that doesn't happen. I'm hoping that it doesn't. But, whenever I say that I have a hard time getting into a book, it turns around to end up being like this fantastic book, right? But I'm currently, let's see where I'm at on this book. Not far, like a half an hour maybe, if even that. Oh, I can't really tell. I have 11 hours and 33 seconds left. I've listened to like a half an hour of it. It just is not, I don't know, like I was telling Tanya this tonight. So, I read Where the Crawdads Sing, loved it. And I would consider that literary fiction. And then I read The Handmaid's Tale, loved it. Then I read, what do you call it? And that was literary fiction. And then I read or listened to Little Fires Everywhere, which I would consider that pretty much literary fiction. And even though it wasn't like, I didn't love it, like 5 stars, it still was really, really good. And then I read John Grisham's Camino Island, and it was like a thriller, and I was like really down about that. I was like, oh my god, I'm loving this. Well, now I just want to turn around and read a thriller. I don't want to read literary fiction. And so I'm almost kind of like considering like going back and starting something else. But my fear is that if I do that, I will never read it. Because usually when I do, like I've started a book and I've gotten like a half an hour into it, and then like I stop it. I did that with On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I never went back and finished it. Which I need to do that. What else did I do today? Not a whole lot. Had a cheese sandwich for dinner with pizza. I wish, pizza bites. I could have, I have them in there. With pretzel and peanut butter bites and some chips and dip. My eating is basically the same every single day. And we had pizza though yesterday. I kept on thinking I wanted to take a walk, but by the time that I was like, could have gone and take a walk because I got all my videos up, it was like late. Something's going on right now with YouTube. I don't know if like tons and tons of people are like uploading videos, but up until like a week ago, like my videos like would upload like that quick. And now they are taking a super long time to upload. The other thing is, it's something about this camera. Did I talk about this on here already? I think I did. That I can't airdrop videos that I film on this camera onto my phone. I don't know what it is. It's something to do with the file. And I don't know how to change it. So if anybody knows how to change that, let me know. Oh man. And allergy season is going real strong right now, but I keep on taking my allergy medicine every morning. And Alex told me to, oh, this is interesting. Somebody tagged me in this. Oh, Jeremy Vanderveer tagged me in this. Okay. From the employees of Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, and Costco. Just because we are open doesn't mean we are in here for you to spend your time browsing around. We are designated as an essential service. We are not here for you because you have nothing else to do. We are not here for you because you feel like getting out of the house for a while. We are in a state of an emergency. This is not a vacation. Every customer who walks in our doors puts us at risk. We really don't want to be here, but we realize that we are needed. You don't see how many times a day we wash and sanitize our hands to keep ourselves safe. You don't see our upset coworkers in the break room struggling to keep their composure. You don't see our spouses who worry about us every minute we are at work and who are our strength when we get home. we have our jobs to do and we realize the importance of our job to you, the least you can do is come in with a sense of purpose, get what you need, and get yourselves home. Please share. Maybe we can get the message out there. Copy this and then paste it on your timeline. Wow, that's pretty powerful. I love when people mention me in their stories on Instagram. I don't know why that makes me so happy. I always try to share them. If I see them in time. Oh, my friend's little girl. She put my little fashionista. This is what happens to me when I sit here and I start rolling through social media, and then I'm just on it forever. Anyway, let's go in and see some questions on the vlog. Maybe that will give me some things to talk about. I don't really, to be honest with you guys, I don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight. It's so funny because on my new camera, you know, it goes to a half an hour, and it's like at 22 minutes right now, right at 22 minutes and 4 seconds, and so I keep on thinking it's going to stop at like 23 and a half minutes, but it doesn't anymore. Reading my book on my booktube channel has really been fun. I'm like really enjoying that, and you know what is so funny is, you know, you would, like, when you hear authors talk about, like, parts of their book and whatever, and they're like, you know, like, I remember why I did certain things in the book, and it's so funny because I was thinking about the character Cher, and Cher is modeled after a friend of mine in high school, but, like, I didn't pick her to pay homage to her or anything like that. I picked her because she was such a character in my real life anyway. Like, when I was in high school, she was one of my good friends, but she wasn't, like, one of my best friends. And I picked her to model her after because she just made, like, a lot of the things that she said and did in real life were, like, kind of how I modeled after her. But, like, there were so many things that, like Cher gets pregnant in my book, and that wasn't the case in real life. And there's so many things that are, like, right on point that are true, and that I remember including because I just wanted to kind of, like, weave some of my personal life in there. And then there's so many things in there that, like, are so far from the truth whatsoever, you know? And the funny thing is, I don't even really remember, like, in retrospect, why I wrote some of the things the way that I did. What was it today that I was reading? Like, I was reading something in the book today, and I was, like, surprised by it. Like, I had forgotten that I had, like, put it into the book. I don't really remember what it was. But, yeah. But it's fun reading it again because I haven't, like, read it in, like, 4 years, you know? 4 or 5 years. And so it's fun to listen to it, or it's fun to read it again. And people, I mean, I'm not, like, it's not like I'm getting, you know, 10,000 views on it or anything, but I'm getting a couple 300 or 400 people are, you know, listening to it every day and reading along with it, which is kind of cool. And what's so funny right now is that I'm getting like every day, like I get at least like 1 or 2 tweets and people are like, where's the book chapters at? We want our book chapters and stuff. So, but that's been really fun. It's like, I thought I saw like Alex and the dogs coming around the corner. That's been something different. I've got some ideas for some stuff that I want to do on my booktube channel when like I get done reading too, because I've been posting over there almost every single day. I'm trying to, like, this is the thing that's so hard. I'm trying to like get up and post on every channel every single day. And already in April, I think I've missed like 2 or 3 days. And the problem with it is that I get up and I get on social media and I start seeing people say like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I guess I'm gonna go. I feel like even people that are at home, like, aren't like working, like they're not doing anything, right? It seems to me, I'm not seeing a whole lot of that, you know? And like my husband has very little to do right now. And it's kind of been given like, you know, anyway. So he just like, and like nobody that he like worked with has like tons of stuff to do right now, like from home. So, and he's just like, kind of like, well, I think, like we talked about it today and I said, well, you should like figure out some things that you want to do over the next month. And he was like, well, what do you mean? And I said, I don't know, like, you know, because he's like in marketing. I said, like, take some marketing classes online, or like read some like really famous marketing books, or listen to them on Audible or something like that, you know, increase your, you know, like knowledge in that area or whatever. He was like, yeah, I could do that and whatever. And I think it's hard because you get up and you see people doing like yoga and Pilates classes, or taking Instagram pictures outside, or doing TikTok challenges, or, you know, they're just like hanging out, watching Netflix for 10 straight hours. Well, I wake up and that sounds real appealing to me, right? Like, I just want to like sit today and just watch Netflix for 10 straight hours. When in reality, that is totally not who I am. Like, to sit in one place for 10 hours and watch a Netflix series is really, really hard for me. So, and I also know, like, I want to make videos and I have these things I want to do, but then what happens is I'm so lazy for like the first 2 to 3 hours that I'm up, that then by the time that I want to start making videos, it's always 5:30 or 6. Whereas before, I was starting to make videos at 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon. Now, and I'm getting them up later and later and later. So I need to get up. This staying up to 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm kind of living for, in all honesty. Like, I love it. And it's weird going to bed at that time because the birds are chirping and stuff. We have our windows open and I can hear them, and it's really nice. And so I fall asleep a lot easier. But like, then I sleep the whole day, you know? And I don't know that I really care, except for that I would kind of like to get my videos up a lot sooner. Like, I don't like getting them up as late as I do. Because they're not getting up until like 8 in the evening. You know what I mean? So most people are kind of like hunkered in watching Netflix at that point. They're not about watching YouTube videos. And it was interesting. I was watching this, or I was reading this article that I saw somewhere, and it was about like influencer views are up, and like it was talking about YouTube views and were up and stuff like that. And it was talking about like channels that are doing really well compared to other channels. And it was like the 4 categories that are doing really well on YouTube right now are like sports, news, commentary, not just like CNN, but news commentary. But sports, they consider health and fitness in there. So they were talking about like workouts and things, which that totally makes sense, right? Because everybody's at home, so they're looking up these videos. And then it was like, I think it was like cooking or something. It was really strange. And then the last one was like lifestyle bloggers. Like, just like, what are you doing with your life? And what was so funny about that to me was that when I look at like my drama videos, like my drama videos have like dropped in views, which has been something that's been the case for the last couple months anyway. So I don't necessarily think it's because of this. And I'm not the only one. Like, when you look at other people, like what they used to get compared to what they get now, like we've all kind of gone down a little bit. I think people are kind of just over the drama to some degree. And I thought about like just changing and doing some other videos on that channel, but I don't even really know what I would do on that other channel, you know? Like, I don't know, like some random Q&A. Well, I've done that, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I could get creative, but But what's interesting is, like, my vlog channel has really picked up on views. Like, before, I used to get 2,000 to 3,000 views a video, typically. And now, when I go in here and I look, hold on a second. Now when I go in here and look, it's like, okay, so yesterday is at 1956. But that's because it hasn't been up for, like, 24 hours. Day before, 3672. The camera stopped. I didn't realize I was at the end. But anyway, I was counting the views. So, like today, or yesterday's, which hasn't, like, rounded out 24 hours yet, is at 1956. And then, the day before that, 3672. People are still watching that, so that'll gain more. And then 36, usually, like, they're 3 days behind. So, like, you can see here, like, the fourth one, 4544, and then 4457, then 5195, then 4523, 5014, 5222, 5686. So I'm gaining, I'm like between like 4500 and 5200. That's almost like double the amount of people that used to watch my vlog. Okay? And people are watching for the same amount, like, or for a longer period of time than they used to watch. So, like, it's crazy to me that, like, people must be really, I don't know, like, enjoying this vlog. So thank you. Because I enjoy this vlog, and this vlog is, like, really kind of a centerpiece for me. It's always something that I have to look forward to every single day that I come out here and do it. It's so funny because when I'm talking to my friends, oh, I talked to Tanya tonight. I was telling her, I said, she got so pissed so quick. It was so funny. I said, she said, so what are you doing later? And I go, well, I'm getting ready to take a nap. And she started laughing because it was like 10, you know? And I laid down at, like, I fell asleep. I set my alarm for 12 because I laid down at 10:30. It was like the final time that, like, I was, like, laying there with Boo Radley. So I set my alarm for 10:30. The other thing is, like, yeah, Alex has been staying up later and later. It's like 2 o'clock. He's still on. Because when he goes to bed, he always, like, goes in the bathroom, brushes his teeth, and I can see the light come on. He hasn't gone up there yet, so he must be still on the patio talking to Sarah. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, talking to Tanya tonight. It was so funny because she was like, so what are you going to do later? And I said, well, I'm going to do my vlog. And she was like, oh, yeah? And I go, yeah, I got to get a fountain pop. And then she's like, and before I could even get it out that I was going to get a fountain pop, hello, this, she goes, where are you going to get a fountain pop? And I go, what? And she goes, are you going out and getting a fountain pop? Like, she was, like, pissed. Like, real. I go, girl, my car's been parked in the same spot for a week now, okay? I just, like, move it up. I moved it back a little bit tonight so I could see when Alex went to sleep up there. But I said, Tanya, I said, no, I'm not getting a fountain pop. I said, I'm getting a plastic cup and a can of Diet Coke and send it in my driveway. She started laughing. So, anyway. That was my fun little tidbit with Tanya tonight. Okay, let's see. Somebody asked me about the Jaclyn Hill video. I'm thinking about making that video tomorrow, so. Linda said, I haven't been out of my head. Linda said, I haven't been out of my house since March 9th, and I'm doing great. No, I'm not stronger than everyone else. I just try so hard to realize how fortunate we are to have the comforts we do have. Peter, listen to your father. Okay, let's see. Janice said, Janice was my favorite Muppet, by the way. Spelled her name different than yours, though. Very much, same feeling, grateful than fear. Did grocery pickup today and literally started crying when I drove away. Being out is so scary. Your vlogs make me feel better. I'm not alone in these feelings. Thank you. Aww. And then a bunch of blue hearts. Thank you guys so much. From Felicia. Bye, Felicia, Jenny, and Karen. Okay, I have to like, I'm kind of editing the ones where people like are talking about things that are going on right now, just because I don't like, especially when it says like this is being this is happening or this is being said. So I don't want you to think that like I'm disregarding your comment, but just to be safe on video. But Dane said, I'm keeping busy, but I have to consciously keep myself from being deflated. It's very challenging for me to accept that this may last a long time. And then she goes in, and Dane knows I love her because I read her comments on here all the time, but she goes in there and speculates about like how long, and I don't want to do that on this channel because I don't want to like freak anybody out, plus put misinformation out. And it's different for everybody right now, you know, like, I mean, not everybody's under a state, you know, on home order like we are. DB said, Peter, you have me eating Ruffles and onion dip. LOL. Thank you as always for your videos. I love it so much. I'm kind of hoping I get to the point where I don't want it anymore, because like I'm running out of it so quick, you know. Butters Loves Casio said, I'm a homebody. I self-quarantine most days. What is getting to me is the world around me isn't busy. Haley said, your videos are so comforting right now, Peter. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Sherry or Sherry said, thank you, Peter. Blue hearts. Bye said, thank you for doing these vlogs, Peter. They really help me calm down. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, Jamie said, let us know if you figure out the Hulu Plus no ads thing. At one point, I thought I had figured out if you want the no ads Hulu and Disney Plus, the only way to get a discount is to do the ESPN subscription also, which works out to be free, but I know I would never even use it. I do have the ESPN, and I don't have the no ads, and I don't know how to do it. Jennifer said, I look forward to your videos every day. It's such a treat to hear your voice and listening to your stories. You are an amazing person. Oh, thank you. Amber said, I swear every time I get one of the ads on your videos, it's for the dang census. Thank you for all you do. I hope you, Alex, and Pups are doing well. Okay, can you imagine if they made like, well, I guess they could, the census workers, essential, my nose is driving me crazy because I trimmed my beard again. Essential workers, and then we can't go anywhere, and then of course they would trap us at home. I'm gonna do a census rant. I'm gonna do it from my driveway tomorrow. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's a different video I can do. I never knew in a million years, true story, when I did that video, that I would get so many comments about it so many years later. Or I think I only did it a year ago. And we're getting all kinds of, I mean, I literally right now, on my phone, I have, here it is, Mr. Monn, my name is ... and I'm calling from the United States Census Bureau. I need to speak with you concerning a survey that your household has been asked to participate in. Please return a call at, thank you. Okay, hold on. That was on 3:30, 3:28. Hi, Mr. Monn, this is so-and-so with the U.S. Census Bureau. I'm calling concerning a survey. Your address has been asked to participate, and if you have a chance, please give me a call. Should only take about maybe 10 minutes. That is a lie straight from the pit of hell. Okay, so we're now at 3:28, 3:30, and then 3:26. This is weird how it translated. It was like, hi, Peter Monn. This is so-and-so with the U.S. Census Bureau. Zero respect to you a few months back about the 7. I was just calling to see if we can get at the call back at, if you bring appreciate the thank you. That's right. She didn't have any respect for me. God, no. And that was my dental office. I knew I got another one somewhere back here. Hold on. But anyway, I have a bunch of them inside too. Maybe I'll do that video tomorrow. So I have a few things to say about that. Somebody said freeze the muffins. We don't have any room in our freezer. Or I would. That's from YouTube. Oh my Lord, how are you? Dogs don't get it and don't let people try Insight Timer app for meditation. Okay, I will. Crystal said, let me get this straight. A Tiger King trends for weeks since the COVID-19, and now for some random tiger gets tested and 2 is positive at that. Does nobody find this crap sketchy? Yes, a lot of people are think it's this huge conspiracy thing. She also said, I'm like you. I respect my dad's opinion and advice above anyone else. And had said this to me, I take it seriously because my dad never makes a deal about anything. He is always calm, rational, and logical with stuff like this. Well, I mean, I have to be honest. You know, like, I mean, my dad is a really, really well-respected surgeon, and you know, the 40 plus years that I can remember him being a doctor, I've never once had him give me, you know, advice that wasn't good. I think, like, one of the things that was really hard, too, was, like, when I was younger, you know, you always want to, like, it seems so bright outside. Are there carriage lights usually not on or something? It just seems really bright outside for some reason tonight. Maybe it's the moon, but, you know, like, when I was younger, like, my dad would, like, give me some advice about something. Not medical advice, but just, like, you know, whatever. Just, like, you should do this or whatever. And I'd be like, he doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like, even when I was sober, I did it. Like, I'm talking up till about 25, 30. And then I think, like, you know, there were things that I would ask my dad advice for. And, like, one of the things that has been wonderful about my parents is that I just feel blessed that I've always had parents that I felt like, now in high school about the bullying, I didn't feel comfortable going to them because I didn't want them to hurt for what I was going through. But other than that, there's never been a question that I haven't felt comfortable asking my parents about. And my dad and I have had some pretty personal questions, or pretty personal conversations about things for years. So have my mother and I. Like, I can remember calling and talking to my dad about my ex and I, and asking my dad, like, how do you know when it's done? Like, how do you know when your relationship has run its course? I was like, how did you know with Mom? Like, you know? And he said, are you there? Are you thinking that right now? Like, has it run its course? And I said, I'm kind of questioning it. And he was like, and he was really sad. And he was like, well, Peter, if you're asking yourself, then chances are you're probably already on your way there. And I remember him, like, being like, have you guys talked about counseling? Have you talked about, like, you know, working things out? And I don't know, it was just like, at some point in my life, I just was like, if you're gonna ask him for advice, take it. My dad has never been, like, my dad might say something to me, like, let's say if I had said to him, like, I could, you know, like, okay, when I was younger and I was, like, looking at different jobs and things like that, my dad said to me, you know, like, this is after I got sober, and he was like, he said to me, like, I think it's very, what was the word he said? I can't remember how he said it. But basically just, like, I think honorable. I think it's honorable that you're, like, what you're wanting to do, right? He was like, but at the same time, he was like, jobs in, you know, the social service field do not pay great. And, like, are you okay for that life? And he was like, you know, like, you get paid back, you know, emotionally. He was like, but you don't get paid back the way that, like, surgeons and other people that work hard do, like, in the social service industry. And he was like, are you okay with that? Like, he was like, you know, you've gotten yourself accustomed to a certain life. I know that there are people out there, haters of mine, that believe that I have a trust fund, but that's absolute total bullshit. My dad would laugh if he was, like, ever had to be part of that conversation. you know, and he was like, you've gotten yourself accustomed to a certain lifestyle, like, growing up. Like, he was like, you know, are you okay with maybe, you know, whatever? And, you know, I've talked a lot about finances and stuff on this and how I've learned to save money and whatever. My dad had very, very smart financial people that helped me when I was younger, too, as far as how to save money, where to save money, things like that, what to do. Because, you know, like, I wanted to be able to... you know, like, I don't know, it's interesting, like, when I was younger, and I was, like in high school, and, like, you know, even, like, right after I got sober and stuff, like, my first boyfriend and I, we traveled a lot with my dad and my stepmom. We traveled nicely, and we didn't pay for those trips, you know, like, my dad paid for those trips, and, you know, paid for meals, and paid for this, and whatever. I feel completely blessed for that. But I never, like, after that, and I don't know if maybe this is because my parents are people, like, if you met my dad is very much like a cut-off jean shorts and a t-shirt and, like, flip-flops. And he loves just, like, sitting on the back patio with the dog, well, just the dog now, but dogs before, you know, like, smoking a cigar, but he doesn't even smoke it, he just, like, holds it, you know, and, like, looking out at the lake. And he'll sit there with a camera for 5 hours and take pictures of squirrels and, you know, birds that fly by. And he has all of his bird feeders on the back patio of, like, you know, and he loves to read the newspaper every single day. And he loves to watch Law and Order and all of the news shows that are possibly on to stay up and educated. He likes a good night's sleep, you know. He likes a good cup of coffee. My dad is not somebody that... I mean, don't get me wrong, their house is beautiful, and my dad has a very nice car. My dad's car that he bought 2 days, like, after my mom passed away or something. This is 12 years ago. My dad hasn't had a new car in 12 years, you know? Like, and I'm not saying anything about that, but, like, I know people that get new cars every 2 and 3, 4 years, you know? My dad could afford it, and he doesn't. And I think to some degree, maybe, like, that's where I get that from, you know? Like, I like nice things. I've always liked nice things, but I don't need them. And, you know, so anyway, I don't know. He's always given me encouraging advice like that, but he's been very honest with me. He hasn't, like, I have had friends of mine that have said to me, like, that their parents told them, no, you are not going to go into English. There's, like, no degree that you can do with English because, or you're not going to go get your master's degree in social work. If you go get your master's degree in social work, we won't help you out financially, pay for your education because you need to go get your MBA. Like, I've had friends of mine whose parents have said that to them. No, you're going to law school or you're getting your MBA because you cannot survive and live the way that you want to live on being a social worker. Like, I've had friends of mine that have, like, and they ended up going to social work school anyway, you know? A lot of my friends didn't. A lot of my friends went to go get their MBAs and their law degrees and things like that because, you know, their parents were just like, you know, whatever. And I think a lot of parents do that out of fear, but that was never the case with my parents. My parents really let me live the life that I wanted to live and then were there to offer guidance if it was too much for me, if that makes sense. Especially my dad. My dad has always been just really, really awesome with that, you know? And I don't know, I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed for my dad because he just, he is one of the wisest men that I've ever met in my entire life. But it's like common sense, like you would think because he's so smart, like academically, and he really is. Like when it comes to like, he can write the most amazing poetry and prose and whatever, and has started novels, and he's a fantastic artist, sculptor as well. You know, and he's super, super creative and always has been. I mean, he can do woodblock paintings and, you know, like, he draws like nobody's business, you know? He's so creative and, you know, he's a fantastic cook and can sing really well and was super athletic growing up, high school, football, and basketball. You know, just super brilliant-minded all the way around. But my dad, I think where his wisdom comes in the most is with his common sense. And the ability to, like, portray something to you in a way that, like, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but this is like how I did it in my life, and let me show you what went wrong or what went right. And you know, my dad said to me one time, he said, I wish I could show you all the mistakes and all the wise choices I made in my life, and if you followed that and you made your decisions based on that, you would have the most amazing life ever. He was like, but I know that you have to make your own choices because this is your life. And he was like, you know, and things are different for you than they are for me, and I can't tell you how to live your life. And he's always been so open with that, you know, like, and he's never like said to me, like, this is, I've never felt this way with my dad, where he's been like, yeah, you should do this, and then I've done the opposite, and I've come back, and he's like, I told you. That's never been the case. I mean, never. You know, like, I'm trying to think of a good example. I can't really think of an example. Well, okay, here's a good example. You want me to tell on myself for a second? All right. So, when my ex and I lived in our old apartment, we smoked in there, like, all the time for our first couple of years, and did a lot of smoke damage on the walls, okay? So, when I moved out, they wanted to, which was like, you know, after my mom passed away and whatever, smoked cigarettes, I'm talking about. I just want to clarify that. They were gonna charge me like this huge fee. It was like, I don't, like $2,800 or $1,800 or something ridiculous. And I had it. I actually had it saved, right? But they were gonna charge me this ridiculous fee because they had to come in and they had to repaint it and they had to seal it and all this kind of stuff. I can't even believe that people like smoked inside houses back in the day. Can you believe that? Like, I mean, I don't know if there are some of you out there that still do, but like, I don't know anybody that smokes in their house anymore. It seems so foreign to me that, I don't know, it just seems so weird to me that we would have done that at one point, you know? But, so, I remember calling my dad, and I was livid, and I was like, and I had like 4 days to pay it, or they were gonna, I let it go, and I'd let it go, and I'd let it go, or they were gonna send it to collections. And, I said to my dad, something to the effect of, I was like, oh no, it was like, I think it was like 10 days before the first time. And I was like, can you believe they're gonna charge me this money because they have to paint it and they have to seal it and all this kind of stuff? And my dad was like, well, first of all, I don't know why you're getting like upset with me. Like, I didn't do anything about it, right? And he was like, and second of all, pay it. And I was like, what do you mean pay it? And he was like, pay it. And there was like, and this was part of it for me, was that there was nothing in my agreement that said I had to do something like that. And he goes, why? And I go, why? And he goes, because they're going to send it to collections and it's going to hurt your credit for a long time. And I was like, I'm not paying this. And I was like, they can, you know, F off, blah, 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 whatever. Like, I'm not paying this. And this was where he was like, you're very much like your mother, and you sometimes don't pick your battles well. And I'm telling you right now, this is a battle that you are going to want to, like, just surrender to. You need to pay them. He goes, this is going to haunt you, and it's going to come back, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I honestly, for the life of me, can't. I ended up paying it. I ended up paying it either through collections, or I paid them, like, literally, like, the day before, right before, but I can't remember what. But he was absolutely right, because they, like, kept on sending me notices, and they were going to send it to collections. I was like, I am so screwed. But I can't remember what I did. I feel like I paid it before it went to collections because I was too terrified that it would go. But, you know, like, even talking to my dad that day on the phone, he was like, okay, don't send it, but don't come cry to me when you have to, like, pay this money down the road and it's affected your credit and it's affected you, like, being able to have credit cards and all this kind of stuff. He was like, you're not going to be able to do, and it's going to really greatly affect your credit. And I was like, you know, so... My dad's a smart guy. And he'll admit when he screwed up, too. That's the one thing I love about him, you know, is the times in my life where I'm trying to think of something that, like a mistake that my dad made or whatever. Well, my dad always said that he wishes that my mom and him would have, like, gone to marriage counseling and things like that, and that he really pushed it, like, with Alex and I, like, earlier. And then with my ex, he was like, you know, have you guys thought about marriage counseling? Like, he's a real advocate for, like, you know, working on relationships. He reads a lot of self-help books and stuff like that. And he is a big believer. You know, like my dad said at our wedding, because my dad spoke at our wedding and he gave me away, and he said, and my dad and my stepmom just absolutely effing adore, I don't ever cuss on here, but they do. They adore Alex. They adore him. I just feel like we are so lucky. Like, I am such a huge part of Alex's family, and he is such a part of my family. You know, my cousin Caroline and my dad and my stepmom, just like all of them just love Alex so much. And, you know, Alex's mom is always like, you're my son, and I don't know, I just feel like we're so blessed when there's so many people that don't have that. But, you know, I remember my dad at our wedding, and he said, you know, like, people think that a marriage is 50-50, and he goes, it's not true. He said a marriage is 100% and 100%, and each of you have to give as much of 100% as you can on a daily basis. He said, because someday somebody might only have 10% to give, which means the other person has to pick up the other 90%. And he's like, and it goes back and forth. He was like, but you both have to be trying to give as much as you possibly can on a daily basis. He was like, 50% is not enough. And he was like, there are some days you just don't have it to give in a marriage because you're stressed out about work, or you're stressed out about sickness or family or health or whatever else, you know? And I think he was so right in that. It's like, I don't know, I think you lean on each other, you know, in a relationship. And I don't know, my dad's just such a great guy. He's just like no nonsense, you know? I appreciate that about him. But if you ask him for advice, he's gonna give you advice, you know what I mean? Okay. Somebody said, was it the Unicorn Club? Yes! Oh my God, the Unicorn Club! That's what I was like, what question is she asking me? The strip club in Indianapolis. Who said that? I don't know who that is. Oh my God, it so was the Unicorn Club. That is so funny. Oh my God. My God, the Unicorn Club. Thank you, whoever you are, out there, for that. Brittany said, hi Peter, I'm currently 30 weeks pregnant, and I'm pretty sure when baby Dean gets, I love that name, gets here, he will know your voice. I watch your videos every day, which means he hears your voice every day. Stay safe and healthy. Oh, you too. That is so cool. Congratulations. Emily said, she's quoting me, got my heat seater on, and then she put seat heater, question mark, with crying emojis. Yes, girl, that's what I meant. My heat seater. Deirdre said, having a hard time not seeing my family right now. I'm one of 5 kids, and my dad passed away in 2017. I'm really sorry, sweetie. So it's just my mom. Thank God my older brother decided to stay with her. My son's 21st birthday was on the 21st. We aren't drinkers, but it would have been nice to take him to a casino. My birthday is on the 19th. I think when the dust settles, hopefully we can take a trip to Vegas. We only live 5 hours away. Hopefully you all are hanging in there. I'm here. Stay safe, Wolfpack. Oh, love you, Deirdre. You know, it's funny because I'm seeing, like, all of these people. Well, you know, we follow, like, Kristen Cavallari and her friend, Justin Anderson, the hairstylist. And they just made it back to Nashville today. I don't know. They didn't say anything about their trip going. They didn't show that they were, like, leaving or anything. They just, like, 1 second we're on the beach, and the next second he was like, we're home. Which I thought was interesting. But I'm sure it was, like, some kind of private jet that, like, you know, took them right into Nashville. But all of these people, like, it seems like we know a lot of people that are kind of like isolating together. I wish I had a bigger house. I really do, you know. I would have moved Tanya and her husband in here, and, you know, but, like, we don't have that. But I also don't know that, like, I would really want that at the same time, you know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? My batteries, you guys, on for my cameras have gotten lower, and, like, they're shorter and shorter. They're not holding as much power as they used to. Like, used to, they would take me for like an hour and a half, but they're not taking me that long anymore. I think they would. I don't know. Billy said, listening while sitting in the parking lot before going to work in the ER for a 12 shift at the hospital. Oh my God. Billy, thank you so much for your service. I really, really appreciate it, as I'm sure we all do. Moozy said, oh my God, me and my friend have some crazy male stripper stories. Hot strippers too, not the gross ones, not family friendly. There are some hot strip clubs out there that are guys. Well, I don't know about like Thunder Down Under and all that kind of stuff. I've never gone to all of that. I haven't been to all of that. Have you? Oh my Lord, Thunder Down Under. Oh no, that's not true. I have. When we were in Las Vegas, we have a friend of ours that is friends with Perez Hilton, and so Perez personally invited us. He had seen my YouTube videos, and this is so crazy. And because, you know, he's like kind of a drama channel now, I guess, or whatever. So it's gonna stop. Hold on a second. I thought it was probably better to stop it before it went into that nonsense where it stops. Am I out of focus again? But anyway, so he personally invited us to the Chippendale show. Oh my God, that was such a funny experience. So that was that the last? I think that might have been the last time that we were in Las Vegas. Yeah, because we took Maya, Alex's cousin, and it was so funny. Like, so we were literally sitting in the second row, and we're just like sitting there, and we're talking to like these two women in front of us, and they're all dressed real nice, right? And there weren't a lot of people there, and we were like 2 of probably 4 guys in the whole place. And so it was a really well-produced stripper show, actually. I mean, show is well-produced. Perez Hilton came out, and he did a very nice job hosting the show. And he was real funny. And then they had like each stripper come out, and they like, but they did, it's very, I don't know, Chippendales is kind of, I don't know what the other ones are like, but Chippendales is very, it's not super, like, they don't take a whole lot off. You don't see a whole lot. You might see, like, they'll turn around and then they'll, like, whip it off and you see their butt cheeks or something, but, like, that's as, like, deep as it goes, you know what I mean? And even the G-strings are not, like, that hardcore. Like, they're just whatever. So they're kind of like these very well-produced shows. Like, there'll be like a guy in a bathtub, but like he takes off his clothes like behind the screen, and they like, you know, it's very like Gypsy Rose Lee kind of stuff. And then, you know, or he'll sit like with a chair like in front of him, so you can only see like, you know, like his legs and his upper torso, and then he'll like move around the chair. So it's all like very well-produced. They even did like a fashion like runway show. This is one of the ones where the women went like crazy, and they were like, it was supposed to be like the GQ fashion runway show, and these guys were dressed in like, and they didn't even strip. I don't even remember them stripping, but they had like turtlenecks and like long coats on, and they were just very well dressed, you know, and the women were like going crazy. So each one was a theme. Like, they did the firefighters, they did like Western something, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Policeman, they did every like, you know, fantasy that you can think of. But what was so funny was when we got there, and they had like these real special drinks and stuff that are huge, right? Because you know, the more, I don't remember. I was like, I don't remember if you could tip there. I guess you could. Like, I'm sure you could tip. I'm like, in my head, do I remember seeing people tip? I didn't tip anybody, but not that I wouldn't, but I didn't tip anybody. I don't remember if I saw, they must have had people that were tipping. So anyway, what was so funny was these two women in front of us, they were like younger than me, but older than Alex. So I would say they were like late 30s. And so when Alex and I got there, so it was like their 2 seats, and then ours were like 3 seats, and there was 3 seats behind us, and there was like, it was a really weird shaped like theater. And so, and then the stage, like, we were like right next and in front of the stage. It was a small theater. Where was that at? I don't remember where it was at now. I feel like it was at maybe the Paris. God, I really don't remember, and that's so funny. But anyway, so like we ordered these drinks, and then Alex like got Maya a drink because she was running late. And so she showed up. Oh, we're talking to these women, and women were like, how many times have you been here? And we were like, oh, we've only been here, like, this is our first time. Like, we've never been to this show before. And they were like, oh, this is like our 4th time or something like that. And they're like, you guys are going to have so much fun and blah, 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 whatever, right? And all of the women are just kind of like sitting there. They're not like really saying anything. This was so funny. Before it started, they're all just like very subdued, sitting in their chairs. So then Maya shows up, and she like sits next to Alex. So it's like me and then Alex and Maya, and she's sitting closest to the stage. And so then the women turn around, they like start talking to her, and they're like, have you ever been before? She's like, no, I've never been before. And they're like, oh my God, you're gonna love it. And you know, we've been like, this is like our 4th time or whatever. And Maya's like, well, I'm really excited. Well, Maya was totally not excited to go, okay? Like before we went, we're like, do you wanna go to Chippendales? And she's like, I guess. She's like, I'm not, it is what it is, right? And so she got there, like when the women were talking to her, she was like they turned around and she was like, this is stupid, or something like that. She's like, this is so stupid, right? So we're sitting there, and Maya's acting like she's above it all, right? I mean to tell you, 5-10 minutes into this show, those women were like, ah! It was like what you see on TV. I mean, it was exactly like what you see on TV, with the women like going crazy, and Maya and those 2 women in front like were like all of a sudden best Judies, and she's like, which one's your favorite? Oh my God, that one's my favorite. Oh my God, no, you can't have him, he's mine. It was like so crazy. Alex and I were like, what is going on here? So that was hilarious. But anyway, yeah, strip clubs. The Unicorn Club, God, I forgot all about that. Tracy said, I had a hard day today. My son and I are inside, but my anxiety was high today. I just think it's so hard. You know, it's like it just goes up and down, up and down. It just depends on like what kind of day we're having. And I just think that we have to take care of one another, you know? And sometimes I think it's okay to like, I think for me, like one of the things today was I went in, God, it's getting hot in here. I went in and I read the articles and news articles that I needed to. Why is my nose like driving me nuts tonight? Because I had this one hair that I didn't trim right there. It's like tickling my nose. I read the articles that I needed to read, and I also found like today, like the people that I talked to on the phone, like my one friend, we talked about books. And like Tanya and I were talking about TV shows and stuff. She watched what movie did she watch tonight on Disney Plus? She just told me that everybody should go watch it. But like I didn't talk to people about like a lot of the stuff that was going on in the world, and I think I felt a lot better because of that. You know what I mean? Onward, is that the movie that she was watching? I don't know, it's something new. She's like, you've got to see it, it's so good. Pulling up my Disney Plus. I don't know why it's taking forever. Moon River. God, this app takes forever, doesn't it? Good thing I didn't want to watch a movie like yesterday. I think it's called Onward. Onward. It says unable to connect to Disney Plus. Oh, there it goes. Alex was talking to his one friend tonight on the phone, and she was like, talking about like Onward. Yeah, here it is. She was talking about like having to get stuff for like Easter dinner, and like Easter dinner, and she's like, okay, I stopped it and edited it because I think about, there are a lot of people that are parents out there. So, but what I was talking about was that having to get prepared for Easter Sunday dinner. And when I was growing up, I'm trying to say this in code, Easter Sunday dinner was really, really important to me. And so I can't imagine Easter without Easter Sunday dinner. Do you guys get it? Okay. Just like I can't imagine Christmas without Christmas dinner. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Okay. So anyway, some of you are like, what? And others of you are like, yep, we get it, thank you. But anyway, but Alex's friend was on the phone, and she was like, I don't know what to do because I need to like go and like get everything for Easter dinner. And he was like, oh, I hadn't really thought about that. And I thought, oh my God, like what are parents gonna do about that? And I know like, in the realm of what's going on, like it's not like this main priority, but it still is kind of like a big deal, you know, like that was a big deal to me. Like Easter dinner was a big deal to me when I was growing up as a kid, you know? And I was like, I'm sure there's a lot of parents that are thinking about that. Okay, Onward. Oh, is this the one that I've seen the ads for? Yeah, I was gonna watch this. Tanya said she loved it. 2 elf brothers embark on an extraordinary quest in Disney and Pixar's Onward. So I'll have to see that. Let me jump right on that. I'm not a big Disney person. Okay. God, it's just gotten so hot. I don't know why. When I was like earlier, it was like at 74. It wasn't that hot. I'm already turning the air on. Let's try that. Or we could just turn it off, but Carrie said, I too worry about our new normal and when I will feel comfortable going out to places other than my job, storing gas. I don't like it. I don't like much today. Oh, hang in there, gal. Hang in there, gal. Carrie also said, I'm listening to Pretty Girls. I really like it. Let me know what you think when you're done with it. Christine said, my husband and I have been making special breakfasts on the weekends. Pick a recipe we've never tried and try it for breakfast. Really fun thing to look forward to each day to try to keep things upbeat at home. Also, definitely burning a lot of candles, diffusing a lot of oils just to make the house feel cozy and smell good. We are too. Mrs. Fod says, this is when gratitude is so important. I keep having to remind myself of my blessings. My husband is Army and they have allowed for him to be at home with us. That's the greatest blessing of them all. Thank you for uploading daily. I look forward to your vlog as well. Take care, Peter, and everyone else. I mean, and Linda said, I was just going to say this, she said, please tell your husband thanks. Yes, thank you to your husband and thank you to you as well for his service and your, being beside him through all of that. I think like gratitude is really like helping me on a level that I never ever believed it would be. I mean, it's really a life source for me right now. And in talking to my friends in recovery, it's literally something we talk about in every conversation. I mean, almost every conversation, Girl Friday said, oh, thank you to all the nurses listening in Missoula, Montana. We howl like wolves at 8 to support our medical community. I love that. Oh, the battery's gonna die. Hold on a second. For a second there, I couldn't find my battery, and I was like, it's so hot. And I was like, oh, please don't tell me that please don't tell me that I didn't bring it out here when I knew I did. You know what's so funny is last night, when I went inside, so I usually go inside and the dogs start barking like crazy, and then I take the dogs outside, and then I put them back into bed because little Boo Radley has a hard time jumping up. He can do it during the day in the light. I don't know what it is about. He can jump on the bed, but like in the dark, he like just stands there like he's too afraid to like jump on the bed. So I pick him up, and then he goes and he like lays next to my pillow. He like gets in a little circle next to my pillow. And then I like lightly close the door, and then I come back downstairs and I start uploading my vlog, and I put the battery in the battery charger. Well, now I have 3 batteries, right? So I always mean to like take the one battery out when it's charged and put it in the camera and then put the next one in, but I always forget to do that. And so last night, I love this lip balm so much. I must have only charged 1 battery, but what's happening now is that some of my batteries aren't lasting like a whole hour or something. I don't know what it is. So anyway, maybe they're just getting old. I don't know. So I was filming, and I literally filmed my drama video, and then I filmed my Peterisms video, and I was like, I was like halfway through my, reading my book on my Peter Likes Books channel, and my battery started flashing. Was that today? I think that was today, yeah. And I was like, or was it? Yeah, it was today that I stopped it because it was gonna like, oh no, I didn't stop it for the battery for today, but I had to change it before I started doing that video, I think. It was either that or it was during the video, but I had to change it like right around the book one, and I was like, this is so weird. Back in the day, I could film like my drama video, my review video, my Peterisms video, and my booktube video all like on one battery, and never had a problem with it, So I don't know why all of a sudden I'm having a problem with it, but I am. But oh well. It doesn't really matter, does it? I just need to remember to to put the second battery in there, so that then when I get started filming, I have 2 batteries to go. Tyler Oakley put a new video up today. I saw that he put out, and I watched it. It was like 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and it was him announcing that he's going to be doing like this IG workout. It's like workout with Tyler Oakley. You guys should go check it out if you like Tyler Oakley and you want to work out. So many people are doing workout videos right now. But this is something apparently that he has been planning forever. Miranda said, I live right next to Broderpool High School. It's sad that it's closed now and it's just an empty building. Miranda, can I just tell you how close we live to each other? Miranda's probably like, yeah, I know. When you drive around, I know exactly where you are. Yeah, it is really sad that it's closed down. That funeral home right there was where my mom had her funeral too. Well, she had her viewing there, which is right next to the high school. But yeah, my office is really close to you, and I live really close to you. Isn't that so funny? Kelly said, I'm feeling pretty depressed today, so this vlog came right at the best time. Peter's vlogs make me feel how I felt before all the craziness happened. Oh, that makes me so happy. To all of you guys out there saying that my vlog really helps, I really, really appreciate that. And I want you to know, like, my vlog is something that I look forward to every night, you know? And, to some degree, I really enjoy it just kind of sitting here. Like, I don't know, like, it's nice. Like, I miss driving around, don't get me wrong. But it's nice to just sit here, too. Like, I've kind of really learned to enjoy this, you know? There's something about being in my car. Tanya and I were talking about that today, because I was telling her that I came out here and I listened to like a little bit of my audiobook the other day, and I just like sat in the car and it was like real relaxing and, you know, whatever. And she's like, what is it about your car? I was like, I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe I'm like getting out of the house, but like I'm not going anywhere, but like I'm not just like sitting in the front step. You know what I mean? Like I can like, and it's kind of nice. Like I kind of just like being in my car. Like after I vlog, I sit here and I listen to my audiobook. And then I play Words with Friends for like an hour and a half. Hour and a half. So, which by the way, so many people were asking about Words with Friends, you guys. Okay, and like somebody tweeted me today, it was funny, and they're like, can you make your move so we can move on this game? Okay, let me just tell you. Okay, who won? I played Samantha. She beat me by 50 points. Whatever, Samantha. Okay, so let me just tell you. I am playing right now currently. These are the games I'm playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all that are my move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay? Those are my moves. I have 39 moves. Their moves, we're going to count this all at once. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So, yeah. What did she say here? And feel totally comfortable if you play me to... So I think that you should be... I don't know why I'm maxed out. I would think that people should be able to send me friend requests. Somebody last night was listening to my vlog while we were playing. Who was it? Who is this that said this? Okay. So, I think this is Helen, and she said, it's so funny, because people, like, they always come in and they're like, I really apologize, because I'm not really good at this, and you'll probably beat me, and blah, 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 whatever. I'm so bad at it, you guys, I'm so bad at it, and I get the worst letters, and then I'm like 150 points behind somebody, but I don't care, I'm having so much fun playing, I don't really care, it's a game, I don't care how bad I am, you know? But send me messages when you're playing if you want to. Like, I enjoy that. Like, I think people are like, oh, I shouldn't probably send them a message. I'm like, okay, I'm having fun. Like, obviously, you know. But I get challenged on here a lot. So, oh, my score moved up. I'm now at 10. I don't know what that means. But I do all the extra games where you can, like, earn the colored tiles and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, what was I saying? Somebody said, what did they say to me last night? Shoot, now I don't remember. they were watching my vlog while we were playing, which was really funny. Anyway. Why is it doing that? It's like if I don't... Okay, hold on a second. I wish I could remember what I was going to tell you guys. It was really funny. So what I do is I go through and I play all of these games, right? And then I catch up on what's my move. And then I have to wait. But at that time in the morning, there really aren't that many people playing. So, anyway, what does this mean, friends? Somebody just... Oh, I don't know what that means. Yeah, but I'll play anybody. If you send me a game request, I'll play it. And I don't know like how many they limit you to playing. Like I have no idea. I forgot to lock my door. I don't know how many they limit you to playing. But I'm not that good. But somebody was like, so it's so funny because people are always like, you know, like I'm probably not very good, and I'm like, oh, you have no idea how bad I am at this game. But anyway, I love it, so it's still fun. Okay, let's get back into the comments. Chris said, Peter, you should have titled this video, I got kicked out of a strip club. But it would be demonetized, so no. Diet Coke and lip gloss. Okay, that is totally the name of this, the title of this video. Trista said, it's challenging being on the front line. You think of your family, but the patients need you also. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Thank you, Peter, for your car vlogs. Trista, thank you so much for your work. And Lauren responded and said, healthcare workers mean more to us than we can express. I think about y'all all the time and am wholly awed by your grit and love. Thank you a million times. Thank you. Can everybody in the comment section below, if you're watching this and you've made it this far, can you let's pick a special emoji just for all of the healthcare workers that are out there and the people that are working on the front lines like grocery stores and stuff like that. Let me pick a special emoji. Hold on a second. What emoji would I pick? I don't know what I want to pick. Hold on a second. Does anybody have any suggestions? Well, what's a real easy emoji for everybody? I don't want to make this difficult for anybody. Let's put a pizza slice emoji in the comment sections. Like we're buying pizza for everybody. I know that that's kind of corny, but I'm trying to like make it, you know, something that's, and with a blue heart, because I think that that's nice. And if you are like on your computer and you can't leave a comment, then just put pizza blue heart or something like that. But something so that when the healthcare workers go through here and they see it, they can just see that a lot of people, you know, are thinking of them. And I think that's a really nice thing to do. And all the people that are working at the grocery stores and the convenience stores and things like that. And maybe every day we can pick a different emoji so that when people come through our comment sections of this vlog, which is really your comment sections, then they'll know like that you guys are thinking of them. So let's just do like blue hearts and pizza slices for this vlog. And then if anybody has any suggestions for the next emoji, put it in the comment section too of what we should do tomorrow. And I'll pick every day like a different random one. I hope I remember this. A different random emoji, and then we can do that for all the essential workers out there that are watching the vlog, and they can see it, and then it'll mean that then they can see how many of us out there care about them. And if you are an essential worker, will you please comment about that too and put it in the comment section so that more people can respond to you and thank you. And I really, really appreciate it. You know, I think we all have family members of ours or people that we know that like, you know, are on the front lines right now. And I think it's scary to all of us. And so I think that, you know, being supportive of one another, sharing our stories. I think sharing our stories is always really, really important, you know, and sharing with each other, like, how we're getting through it and whatever. And I think also to talk about the positives of how we're getting through it, you know. And I think, like, Tanya and I were talking that sometimes we just need to vent, and once we've vented, we feel better. And I really appreciate that you guys in the comment sections feel so comfortable that you can come in there and say, like, I'm having a tough day today, or I'm feeling anxious, or I'm really depressed today, or whatever. And that that's your way to maybe, like, get that out, and that, you know, maybe you don't feel all alone because you see that other people feel the same way. And I think that right now, more than anything, we need to be supporting one another and being unified. And if the comment section of this channel can serve no other purpose than that, then maybe, like, let's let it serve that, you know what I mean? And let everybody in the wolf pack, everybody that watches over here, the wolf pack, old OG wolf packers, let everybody, you know, love and one another and be supportive of one another. And we can do that, and we can help each other get through these times, because these are tough times right now, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. So thank you so much for watching the vlog. If you've made it this far, like I said, you know what emojis to leave in the comment section below. Blue heart and a pizza slice, and as many as you want, I guess. And yeah, thank you guys. Please make sure that you are still subscribed to this channel. And if you could you give this video a big thumbs up, and make sure that you're subscribed to my other channels too that you watch. And anybody out there, I'd be interested to know if you watch this channel, but what my other channels do you watch? I'd be kind of interested. I'm always interested to know, like, what combination of channels people watch, you know? And so thank you. I appreciate it. And I love you guys so much. And you're really helping me get through this as well. And so I hope you're having an amazing Tuesday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Start a book, a new book, or write a book, I guess. Start writing a book. Or, you know, I don't know. Do the crossword or Sudoku. Does anybody do that anymore? I used to back in the day. I don't even know if I would know what I was doing anymore. Just start something for fun, you know, do a puzzle or whatever, or a game, Yahtzee. We haven't even opened our game of Yahtzee yet. And also do something today that will make yourself proud when you look back on it tomorrow, or a week from now, or a year from now, or 60 years from now. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I think each of us need to hear that every single day from somebody. And so make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know that you love them as well. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and do your daily positive affirmations, either in the morning or at night. But I think you could do it both. It doesn't hurt, you know. And I'm just going to pick one today. And I'm going to say, because I used to do so many, and let you guys know that tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day. And you're going to be relaxed, and you're just going to feel decompressed from the world, and you're going to feel so calm and cool and collected and peaceful and serene all day. It's going to be a great day. And if you don't feel that way, go sit down, take a minute, get inside your head, and just relax for a little bit and say, I'm going to start my day over. I can start my day over whenever I want. But you're going to have a great day tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fantastic day. And if you're watching this today, the rest of today is going to be if you're watching it today, whenever you're watching this, the rest of the day is going to be a fantastic day. And if you're watching this while you go to sleep, sweet dreams. And tomorrow is going to be fantastic. And it's going to be absolutely amazing. An amazing day every single day. And most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Don't forget to you know, call somebody up or text them and say, hey, or write them a letter. Letters would be really nice right now, you know, and say, hey, just wanted to let you know how much I was thinking of you, and that you mean the world to me, and I hope you're doing well. And you guys mean the world to me for allowing me to do this every single day, and I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to practice random acts of kindness, and like I always say, don't tell anyone. It's just for us. It's just to put good out there in the world, to put love out there in the world, to put compassion out there in the world, and to be better human beings on a daily basis, and that helps us. So we don't need to tell anybody that we're doing great deeds, you know, and that was what I learned. So I try to do that, you know, as well. But anyway, I think that's it. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. For those of you that might need it, I thought I would give you one more I love you. So good night. I bid you good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.